She was only 17, a top student, kind, well-liked, with her future planned out. But for 44 days, Junko Furuta endured a level of suffering most people can't even imagine at the hands of 4 teenage boys. In a house where adults lived, neighbors heard, and no one intervened. This is one of the darkest, most heartbreaking crimes in Japanese history, and one that continues to haunt a nation that failed to protect her. This is the true story of Junko Furuta. Junko Furuta was born in 1971 in Misato, Saitama Prefecture. She was polite, hardworking, and popular. Her classmates called her the perfect student. She avoided alcohol, smoking, and bad influences. She had recently accepted a job offer with a local electronics firm and was preparing to graduate. Her future looked bright. But on November 25th, 1988, everything changed. That evening, while riding home on her bicycle, Junko was approached by Hiroshi Miyano, an 18-year-old known for his violent behavior and links to the Yakuza. After staging a fake accident and pretending to help her, Miyano lured her into a warehouse and raped her. He then called 3 friends, Shinji Minato, Joe Ogura, and Yasushi Watanabe. Together, they kidnapped Junko and took her to Minato's home in Adachi, Tokyo. There, they told her she would be released if she complied, but that was a lie. Her nightmare had only begun. What Junko endured in that house is almost beyond comprehension. For 44 days, she was beaten, sexually assaulted, starved, burned, and mutilated. Her captors invited dozens of other boys to join in. Over 100 people knew what was happening, and no one reported it. They forced her to sleep on a balcony in freezing temperatures. They crushed her fingers with weights, burned her with cigarettes, smashed her face. She lost bladder control. They mocked her for it and made her drink urine. Her body slowly broke down. Her mind never gave in. She even tried to escape once, but was caught, punished, and brutalized further. The most haunting part? Minato's parents lived in the house the entire time. They claimed they thought Junko was Miyano's girlfriend. Despite her condition, swollen face, bruises, screams, they chose silence. A neighbor even contacted police after hearing cries, but when officers visited, they were told no girl was there. They didn't check. Junko's school noticed her sudden absence, but assumed she had dropped out. No one followed up. On January 4th, 1989, Junko could no longer move. She was broken, inside and out. That day, she won a game of mahjong against her captors. Furious, they beat her with a metal barbell. They poured lighter fluid on her legs and set her on fire again. That night, Junko died, after 44 days of unimaginable torture. Her captors placed her body in a 55-gallon oil drum, filled it with concrete, and dumped it in a construction site in Tokyo. Weeks later, Hiroshi Miyano was arrested. Not for Junko's murder, but for assaulting another girl. During questioning, he confessed to a body in a drum. On March 29th, police found Junko's body. Her injuries were so horrific that even hardened detectives cried. The 4 boys were arrested, but because they were juveniles, they were not charged with murder. Instead, they were charged with committing bodily injury resulting in death. Their sentences ranged from 4 to 20 years. Most served less than 10. Some were released and reoffended. None have shown true remorse. At her graduation ceremony, Junko's classmates placed her diploma on an empty chair. Her parents never recovered. Her story was turned into films, books, and documentaries, not to sensationalize it, but to never let her memory fade. Her case exposed critical flaws in Japan's juvenile law and cultural tendency to avoid confrontation. But change has been slow. Junko Furuta was only 17. She did nothing wrong. She trusted the wrong person, and a society that should have protected her let her down. We share this story not to focus on the violence, but to remind ourselves what silence can cost. What cruelty looks like when no one stands up against it. Junko's voice was taken away. But today, we speak for her. May her memory remind us that justice must never come too late, that no one deserves to die forgotten, and that even in silence, truth can still be heard. Rest in peace, Junko Furuta.